Okay, hold on. Alright, give it 15 seconds in the beginning.
What?
I like nerd talk.
Okay, let's
Nerd
start.
talk.
Give it
We
10
can do
seconds.
both.
Okay, 10 seconds. Hello guys, my name is Raul,
I'm Christy.
And I'm Alex.
and this is Nerd Talk with Cosplayfame. You can reach us at Cosplayfame at Twitter or on Instagram at Cosplayfame.
Information below.
Alright, so without further ado, our topic today. The biggest news that's come out for this week for us living in our area and probably in California as well is that we found out that Disney Land and World are going to create a Star Wars land.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Super psyched.
So, how's everyone's feelings really quick? Let's just go on. I am beyond excited about having this come to our attention. So,
If the map that they came out with is the actual thing that's gonna be the park, then I'm psyched. Because you know what? It has like an area for each planet that they've ever gone to. And I love it.
I think it's about time.
I think it's perfect. Now, I think the three of us were talking about a few days ago, and I think is a topic of conversation right now, is Star Wars Land going to be its own park? And I personally think yes. It's too large. It's too much of an expansive universe to just include it in, for example, if you're talking about Disney World in Hollywood Studios or even Animal Kingdom. How are your guys' feelings on this right now?
I disagree. I think it's going to be added to MGM. Sorry, Hollywood Studios. It will always be MGM because they already have a Star Wars section there. And honestly, that park needs saving as it is. So I think this would be the thing that brings it back to life.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with your point that the map that is going across Facebook and Instagram is huge.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean they have their own Star Wars section. They can build on that. That park, it really only has like a lot of shows, and then there's like 2 good rides,
Yeah.
3 good rides. You know?
No, there's a plethora of good rides in the Hollywood Studios here in Disney World. I don't know about how it works in Disneyland. We haven't been
They
to
don't have
California.
it.
They don't have Hollywood Studios over there. It's just Disneyland over there.
Okay,
And
well,
California Adventure.
this is my argument against that. One of the things we learned from... So, I believe that it's going to be its own land because one of the things I reported at D23, the convention that Disney had in California about their upcoming events, is one of the things they reported was all the cast, all the people working the actual area are going to be dressed up in either aliens or some type of Rebel Alliance or Imperial Force outfits. They're not going to have name badges. They're just going to be totally in character at all times. So I think when you have a situation like that going on, you can incorporate it into another studio like Hollywood Studios or something like that.
Yes, you can.
And also in Hollywood Studios, you have a bunch of attractions that still get a lot of playtime, such as the Indiana Jones attraction. People still ride the Hollywood ride, even though a lot of people don't like it. The stunt show. And they also were going to compete with Toy Story, which I think they're also trying to expand the Toy Story here, if I'm correct. So, you guys have rebuttals?
Yes, I completely disagree. I think one of the staples of Disney as a park is that they have so many different lands, and those lands in each park, and those lands are very siloed. So you won't see, especially in Magic Kingdom, you see this, but in all the parks, you won't see someone from Frontierland in Tomorrowland in costume in the wrong lands. Like that argument doesn't make sense because that goes against what Disney is known for. They can do that. They can pull it off. They can have an entire section of costumes, non-name tagged employee. I mean, if you think about it, the princesses, all the characters don't have, obviously they don't have name tags. There's a ton of employees technically who don't have name tags.
I think you're talking more about the working
Wasn't that what you were talking about?
Actors instead of I'm talking about.
These would be actors.
I'm talking
too.
about everyone. I'm talking about people working the concession stands. I'm talking about people working the gift shops. All of them are apparently going to be non-name tag character actors, as far as in that sense.
Well, that's
Okay.
fine. It
But
still doesn't.
it might not be
convince me
true,
it's
but that
its
was
own
something
park.
that I heard that was announced in D23.
I mean, that sounds really good, but you know, like she said, you know, that's what they do. You know, like for example, in the current Toy Story place, land, whatever you want to call it.
Pixar can't.
Yeah.
Well, it's Toy Story because it's not like it has Wally or anything.
Okay, but you see people there with specific uniforms for that area. You know?
Like the soldiers, like the green soldiers.
Yes.
You're not
Yeah,
gonna
they
see
were-
them in the Voyage by the Little Mermaid or the Cars.
Dude, look, I agree that there is some things that you can do in MGM or Hollywood Studios, however you wish to call it. For example, you have that whole walkway area in the back there where Muppets is nearby. You're talking about at least a good acre and a half of area that you can work with that's pretty much unused or have not seen tapped into.
Well, that's the whole point. MGM, Hollywood Studio. I'm gonna call it MGM. I'm calling it MGM. MGM is very. I feel like it's sort of a leftover park. I feel like it was just this reaction to Universal Studios opening, and they said, "Oh my God, we have to do something that's focused on the movies and on Hollywood," and it's so segmented and it doesn't flow together. It doesn't make sense. There aren't enough attractions. The flow of people is totally horrible. I mean, think about the road that goes down to Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster. Like, that's just completely crowded. They have the little food court there. And then you have the Echo Lake that doesn't make any sense.
I know we're complaining.
You're talking about
Okay,
Disney World.
sorry.
But this is my argument for why it would make sense for them to put this amazing brand and this, you know, we don't know. The reality is, I don't know if the map is real or not, but they can put a crap ton of rides and Star Wars stuff in a land and just glue it to MGM. It just makes sense. I think it makes sense.
But wouldn't that make it just more odd in the MGM realm? And
No, I think it would help expand them, and maybe they can expand that on Toy Story, and because the Toy Story ride is right now a headliner ride for them.
yes,
Yeah.
I think it is the.
And I wouldn't even call it a ride. Because it's like one of those things you use it one of those
So-
things like Men in Black
Well, whatever, it's an
or
introduction.
Buzz Lightyear.
It is, but it's definitely one of the main reasons people visit MGM, Hollywood Studios, Metro, Goldwyn, and Mayer.
What? Yeah, MGM.
Metro Goldwyn and Mayer is what MGM stands for.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I know.
I never knew that.
So we got that out of the way. What should be the ride in Star Wars? What should be the main attraction?
Star Tours for sure has to carry over.
I think Star Tours has to carry over.
That
Did
has
you
to
know?
carry over.
And it blew my mind because it's gonna happen right after Force Awakens come out. They're gonna introduce 2 new segments to the Star Tours ride that involve the Force Awakens movie. That's freaking amazing. I love this. Disney's like good.
But yeah, Star Tours, they have to carry that over. Maybe for the kids an X-wing thing like Dumbo.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
That'd be cute.
Yeah.
I hope that they don't.
Oh my god! I even thought something
repeat
cuter.
things.
You make A-wings, and then you make the middle an AT-AT walker, and it's the A-wings wrapping the AT-AT cord. I mean the cords around the AT-AT walker's legs. Tell me that would not be cute.
Yeah, but how would you do it?
It's Disney. They can do anything.
They'd have to rewind the wire every now and then.
Yeah, whatever. Every 5 times the ride goes and like the AT-AT tips over and stuff like that. What were you saying? I'm sorry, we totally interrupted.
No, nothing. I just hope that they don't. I hope they don't have fall into the same trap that Universal has fallen into, which is we like to reuse rides. We saw it with Spider-Man
this is touchy for me.
It's not Spider-Man. Do not blame Spider-Man.
No, it started with Spider-Man was the
Spider-Man.
original.
Spider-Man was the
great.
original. It's not the copycat.
And no, I understand, and it was great. Then Transformers came. Then
Transformers
Gringotts came. Like, it's the same ride, and I'm not saying they're gonna copy it. I'm saying I don't want. I think the Dumbo-esque ride for children would be great, but I hope that they take this opportunity, just like Universal did with Harry Potter the first time with the Journey
which
one,
was revolutionary,
which
ride.
was like
amazing.
the future of rides when you went on that ride. It's still, I mean,
It was like
you know,
perfect.
Still very
animatronics.
impressive.
it's still
It
very
is.
impressive.
It
It is
is.
because there's nothing really like it. So
Like
I hope.
Death Eaters scare me on that ride.
Yeah.
Consistently, even though I know we're going into that part.
Yeah.
So I
The
hope.
spiders are the worst for me.
I think spiders are
Because
just
they
general.
No, the
spit
thing is
water
that-
at you.
It blows my mind that
The
movies like
thing is that,
Arachnophobia don't become like bigger
you're,
hits.
you're in pitch black, and then all of a sudden you just see a giant spider in your face. You're like,
No! It's glowing green eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope they take the opportunity to build something new, something
Yes.
cool, and you know they can use. They have an amazing brand to work with, and they could take the opportunity to use the technology that they're now using. You know.
You know what I
Right.
thought would be a great idea for a ride for Star Wars area? You make like a big meteorite in the middle of the Star Wars area, and you walk into the meteorite, and you notice, man, the ground's foggy. It's kind of wet and damp in the room. Blah blah blah. And all of a sudden, you find the end of the ride for you is you get on like a roller coaster Millennium Falcon, and you realize you're in the mouth of that creature in Empire Strikes Back, and it's a roller coaster of you getting out of the creature in Empire Strikes Back, the big creature that was in the meteorite. I don't know if you guys remember it.
That's pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
That's a cool idea for a ride.
I think that's an amazing idea. And then like at
But-
the end, you come out like you know, like Test Track. In the end, you end up outside.
Mm.
Like in the end of this ride, you end up outside. Like you see a teeth coming down, and you fly through out.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty cool idea.
So a roller coaster.
I think you need to establish a roller coaster.
Yeah,
I think
no,
the one
I
thing
agree, I
Disney
agree.
does not have on other parks, at least in the Florida area, I don't know how it works in California. The one thing they don't have that other amusement parks have is like a legitimate roller coaster outside of Rock and Roller Coaster. And Space
Well,
Mountain.
Rock and roller coasters are pretty legit.
It is
roller coasters.
Yeah.
very.
And I still love Space Mountain. Space Mountain
And
is still
Test Track, I wouldn't say Test Track's a roller coaster, but it is pretty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do we have any other
Hold on.
ideas
No.
for the Star Wars Land?
I want to see the council where
You want
Yoda's
like
in the middle,
Coruscant? I've always been thinking about that. That you should have like a photo area.
where the Chancellor or Yoda's in the middle, and then like everybody's surrounded, and
The guy with the long cone head.
yes, and then you see ET over here in the corner.
That would be so great. If I did that, I would laugh so hard. If he,
You know?
Especially since, guys, by the way, they're taking ET out of Universal Studios, so write ET soon
Well,
because
good.
it's going away, and it's a sad thing in our lives because that's the best line to stand in any ride. I give you, and you give me any line in the world of rides, and I still think the ET line's the best ride. 2, 1, and we're back. Just went, whoop.
What?
Because she was so worried about like getting back on time. She went, whoop.
By the way, it looks like you have like chocolate lipstick.
I'm working on it.
God damn.
Okay,
I'm up here.
so Star Wars Land and attractions and stuff like that. Oh, since we're on the topic of expansion of Disney World,
Over here.
the just let it be Penny. She'll get up there when she wants to. Kidding, totally kidding her.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so Star Wars Land is a new expansion to Disney World and Disneyland. Do we guys feel like anything else should? I mean, there's like one obvious choice, of course, of what else should be a Star Wars Land. I mean, not Star Wars, a Disney World area. But do you guys have any like inadvertent one that no one's thinking of that should be a Star Wars? I mean, a Disney World expansion of their properties.
Marvel.
That's the obvious one,
Yeah.
Marvel for sure.
Yeah, but they should
That
get
that could have its own park. I don't think Star Wars is.
Big. I mean, Chris, I don't
No,
think you
no.
realize
It's not.
how
It's not.
much history and how much stuff is involved in Star Wars alone. Think about, I mean, we don't watch these shows, but kids did. Clone Wars, Rebels.
I know.
I mean, even the prequels is such an expansive universe that I think it actually has more potential.
You gotta also include all the video games. Like, remember Dash Rendar from the video games?
That's not canon, even though I wish it was. Shadows of the Empire and Rogue Squadron, I don't think they're canon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Rogue One might be.
Rogue One and Red Leader and stuff like that are gonna be canon, but
I can't wait for the Boba Fett movie.
What do you think? Let me tell you, after seeing that photo that you showed me, that you tagged me in of Daniel Radcliffe as Boba Fett, it made me think, wow, if there is one person that would be like such an oddball pick, but it would probably work, would be Daniel Radcliffe as Boba Fett.
No, not at all.
You don't think so?
No. I cannot picture Harry Potter as a badass bounty hunter.
Bro,
Intergalactic bounty hunter.
I don't know, like after seeing like horns and Woman in Black, is Woman Black or Lady in Black?
I think it's
like
Woman in Black.
The one in black. Like Daniel Radcliffe can pull off Sirius, I think, pretty easy.
Yeah, he can pull off
He is a very
Sirius,
good actor.
but he's not a badass.
But they don't need to be a badass. Like Tobey Maguire wasn't a badass, and he was a badass Spider-Man.
He's
Spider-Man's
also
not
rather
really
short.
Spider-Man's not even
That's
a
the
badass.
problem with Daniel Radcliffe is that he's short.
But Boba Fett isn't short.
Who would be a good Boba Fett then?
Anyone?
No, I think you have to pick a certain gritty person.
Okay.
Like, you know what?
Michael Fassbender.
Gerard Butler.
What's his?
Gerard Butler and Michael Fassbender are two good options. You know, Gerard Butler, I haven't seen him in anything since that freaking White House movie.
Yeah, you're
This is
right.
Penny.
This is Penny.
Something Jenner, I forgot. The guy who plays Hawkeye.
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner. That guy.
I don't know. I think he's too involved with like Mission Impossible and the Marvel Universe. So I don't
Okay,
think
well,
Disney
I mean-
will use him again.
Okay, but what about after he's done making the movies? Because like after Captain America, which I'm sure all his parts are filmed,
Mm-hmm.
Mission Impossible already came out. You know, like that's it.
I mean, he's not a bad choice. He's like too. Even though he does have like a well-aged face,
He's
like,
he's
too
already in
big
the
face.
MCU, so he can transition over because of Disney.
I don't know. You know who would be a good, and he's like an obscure actor, but he would actually be a pretty good Boba Fett. That guy who played the governor in Walking Dead. He would be a pretty good, like,
Yeah.
he's tall, he's got like a very strict demeanor.
Yeah. The thing is also, a lot of people don't think about this. You never really see Boba's face, so it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
They can do the same thing that they did with Darth
think
Vader.
The issue, yeah, but Darth Vader was not the central focus of Star Wars. You can make that argument, but he's not. I mean, yes, it does revolve around him.
But there were like 4 people all together teamed up to play Darth Vader.
The
Like,
problem
there
is
was the body, there was the breathing, there was the voice, and there was something else. Oh, the last one when they take off his mask. The
They
face.
finally take off his mask, yes. But
4 different
this is
people
my
do that.
concern. Anytime you have a person in a main role, like a starring role, and as a mostly masked figure, outside of Dredd and what we're gonna see with Deadpool, mostly the mask comes off. Like when do you see Iron Man more with
But that's
Robert
different,
Downey Jr.
because
with
the thing
mask
is-
off or mask on?
That's different because the thing is that you never really see Boba Fett with his mask off. Period. It's just like Dredd. You know, it's sort of the same.
But Dredd was a great movie, but even Dredd's not even the focal point of the movie. The focal point of the movie is the girl and partner, his partner, excuse me.
Audience, no.
Yeah, she's like she is the tag along of that
Yeah,
movie. She is the reason. She is the connection that the audience makes.
Yeah, but
That
you
movie.
got to remember for like
she's done anything.
what is it, like more than half an hour of the movie, like which is a decent chunk of that movie. She's not even in it because remember, like in the beginning, there's just Dredd on his motorcycle doing a chase, and he dissolves that situation, shoots the fucking flare into the guy's face. Okay,
Spoilers.
then that's the beginning of the movie.
Spoilers.
If you haven't seen Dredd by now, see it.
It's good.
Okay?
He screwed it up for you.
I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. And then
It's really good.
she gets captured. At like
Go. But I already got our next topic. But go ahead.
she gets captured, you know. So like Dread.
Christopher Brownings are really good.
Dread. What? Fuck, man, you made me lose my train of thought.
Okay.
You're thinking about Dread, beginning of the movie, and then that.
She gets captured. So, like, for that point of the movie, like, yeah, she's in it, but you don't really see her. You see Dread fighting everybody else.
There's one guest, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, true.
Okay,
Now,
so I'm gonna take.
we're going a little too far off topic, so I want to bring it back to Disney World.
We're talking about Boba Fett.
What would be an obscure or underrated Disney movie that you would love to see get turned into a ride, or turned to like at least an area of the park? Because, like, for example, in Disney World, they didn't make a ride for it, but Tangled has a good chunk of Magic Kingdom now, and I love Tangled. Tangled's one of the most underrated Disney movies, I feel.
I agree.
You know what's a movie I feel is super underrated? I know this is from like the early 90s, I mean late 90s, early 2000s, but I love the movie immensely. Two of them, and they always come up as like underrated Disney movies. Treasure Planet, which is Treasure Island in the future, which is really good.
That is
Another good movie. And Atlantis.
Are you Italian now?
Italian. Wasn't Matt Damon the main character in Atlantis? I think he was.
I don't know.
But Atlantis was really good, and I would like to see like at least honor or tribute to that. You know.
Dude, that girl's hot. If there was a girl who cosplayed that would be hot.
On Cosplayfame we don't have it yet, but if you do,
That'd be hot.
if you do a very tasteful version of the girl from Atlantis as a cosplay,
She's really skimpy.
by all means send it our way at Cosplayfame. Tasteful.
Like
We have
out
visit
of
our
all the
website.
princesses, she was the most skimpy. You know that. for
I don't
sure.
even think is she a princess? Someone asked that question for us.
I don't know if she's a
I
princess.
I don't know.
but she's a
Ariel's
leading lady.
pretty
She's a fish.
out there.
She didn't have a
Out
badge.
there.
Guys, kids. She didn't get a kid.
Really?
Is this
Really?
audience supposed to be kids?
I imagine a lot of people have seen
We
these-
haven't
see the
obtained our
Cosplay
audience
site.
yet, so we don't know.
Yes.
Thinking that your audience is not children.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you guys feel I should be given a certain dedication or a notation in any of the Disney World areas? Or I should even be considered like an expansion on the park? Besides Marvel and besides Star Wars, obviously. Avatar, by the way, will be coming out either next year
I would like to see.
or 2017.
I would like to see, like in the Pixar land, I would like to see, like maybe a ride or something for Wall-E. I would love to see that.
Aw.
I think.
I really like Wall-E.
Let me tell you, with the technology we have now, it's surprising they have not made like a Wall-E drivable droid or drivable like robot that can go and people can take pictures with. That would be really cool.
I mean, you could just make a big Wall-E and have somebody sitting inside.
No, but that's too big. I want like something like.
Well,
Wall-E size.
so you're gonna get like a freaking robot about this big.
It's not that big.
Okay.
It's not that small.
It's like maybe this big. You know, in the movie when you scale it up, really it's just like about up to your freaking hip.
I think it'd be really cool that it'll even come out from under like a trash compactor or like a trash can in Disney World. Like all of a sudden this block comes out and then expands it to Wall-E. I think that'd be really cool.
Okay, that I think is gonna be too complicated.
Nothing's too complicated.
They used to have talking trash cans
Yeah.
all the time in Tomorrowland.
Yeah, but that's like you just put a speaker in it and that's it.
Yeah, but honestly, it's not that hard to animate. Like, I mean, robotics and animatronics have gotten to a point now where it's ridiculous. I remember the most expensive animatronic back in the day was the Mummy animatronic in the Mummy Ride, and now that's like old school. Yeah, don't drop Penny. Penny is not an animatronic; she's a living. Is there anything you want to close on? Is there any ideas or something you want to talk about?
Why are they still doing Avatar?
Because
Because they're
Avatar,
making a second one.
they're making a second, a third, and a fourth.
Well,
About what? You can only do Ferngully so many times.
Because I think they can expand that universe somehow, and I don't really see like it's a I understand Pandora is a
That's
beautiful
another
environment.
part that I just don't.
I think
Like I don't
agree to that
It's
deal.
better
I don't know
conceptually.
if that was like a Michael Eisner idea.
It's better.
or-
No, it was after him. It's better conceptually than I guess MGM in terms of the flow, but it's just there aren't enough reasons to go there.
Can I pick
I
up a
don't like
beef
it,
with
I don't know
Animal
why.
Kingdom? It's a beef I've always had with Animal Kingdom.
You're not gonna hear me complain.
Okay, this is the one thing. There is a dragon in the middle of the Animal Kingdom logo. Where are there dragons in Animal Kingdom? Can someone explain that to me?
Are you sure it's not a dinosaur?
It's a dragon. If you guys look at, we're gonna do really quick research right now,
Excuse me.
but I'm positive it's a dragon, and it burns me on the inside because as a kid you're like, oh my god, there's gonna be elephants, there's gonna be lions, dinosaurs, because you knew dinosaur raid was happening, and then there's a dragon. We got
There is a
dragons,
There is a dragon.
right? Is my point exactly. Where are the dragons in Animal
But
Kingdom?
there's also dinosaur.
There is also a dinosaur, but right in the middle, the biggest creature in the Animal Kingdom logo is a dragon. Where is the dragon, guys? Give me my dragon. I want dragon. I want Disney dragons. Maleficent was mostly watched because we wanted to see Maleficent turn into a dragon.
Oh, I think I have an answer for you.
Go for it. I want to hear this.
Ads suck.
If you do
The
want to
Animal
advertise
Kingdom-
Cosplayfame, though.
The Animal Kingdom Park focuses on 3 types of animals. Today's existing animals, extinct animals, and animals that don't exist, but the latter has not been featured in the park, but plans for a section of their own were made during the creation.
Whoa, hold on.
The area was to feature such animals as dragons, unicorns, and sea monsters. The section never came to fruition, mostly due to budget cuts. It was soon replaced by Camp Mini Mickey, a section mostly filled with character meet and greet areas. Interesting.
Suck it.
It was going
But
to feature realms surrounding good and evil creatures. The good realm would have had like a queen of the unicorn. So like Fantasia Gardens. An attraction based on Fantasia, which I do think they should have. And then the evil side would be a dragon.
How about like
And
a
bats.
Chernobog? You can totally do a Chernobog. You know they're doing a
That's-
Chernobog movie?
You mean Kingdom Keepers?
No, they're doing a Chernobog
That's-
movie.
Chernobog was in
I-
Kingdom
I know,
No idea what that
I know
is.
he wasn't Kingdom.
I don't know.
Keeper Keepers. By the way, if you're a younger person and you want to get more into
No, if you're just a Disney fan and you like reading, read the Kingdom Keepers series. It's 7 books, and now they've actually Ridley Pearson has written, I think, 2 more. He's writing, I don't know.
it's
But
good.
It's
It's
a
like
really good series.
it's Inception
It's a young
with
adult
Disney.
series, but it's like it gives you that Disney.
flair,
No, it gives you
ambiance.
no.
I don't know anything about that.
It gives you a Disney fix. That's what I was gonna say.
Disney fix.
One-
Speaking of the woman who puts the Disney Pandora stations on her
No,
phone.
Mouse World Radio. If
Excuse
you're
me.
also a Disney fan, I am not paid to endorse them, but I love Mouse World Radio. And if you're looking for a podcast to listen to, WDW Today is really good. I'm gonna stop promoting other people's freaking podcasts and stuff.
One of the only qualms with Animal Kingdom outside of the Everest ride, and it's a tough to be a bug, and I don't know what other ride I can think of, and the dinosaur ride in Animal Kingdom, there's not really much else to do in Animal Kingdom, and it's so bloody hot in Animal Kingdom.
I mean,
The Cali River Rapids.
in Cali River Rapids.
Animal Kingdom is more of a zoo.
It's not
Right,
a zoo.
which is why I don't like it.
It's not
I
a zoo.
mean, like, you know, I mean, it's called Animal Kingdom for a reason. You know, if you wanna,
I don't know. I don't like it.
I mean,
I
I
never
don't
did. I don't know.
You just don't like the sun.
Well, that's another thing. Why would you put a zoo-themed park in the middle of Florida? California, I get, because they have more, like, medium weather. We are in, like, the tropical hellhole that we're in. Like,
Africa's
it's
really
so
hot.
hot. No, but it's so...
Like literally,
No,
the rivers
there's no
literally
argument for
dry
that.
out in.
There's no argument for
in
that.
Africa.
Like, oh, you know, it's hot in Africa, so that's why they put it. That doesn't make no. Mm-mm. Nope.
All right,
I'm not a fan.
I mean, they put it here in Florida because...
Is there... Okay, last question, I think. Is there any ride that should really be...
Oh, he didn't get to answer the question.
I'm sorry, go on, sorry.
Fuck, no, I lost it. Go.
No, we're talking about
Why did they
it's
put
too
Animal
hot.
Kingdom in Florida?
Yeah, why put Animal Kingdom in Florida?
Oh, because I had the property already. Yeah,
They did,
They had, like, what, 1 million fucking acres of land, and they're only gonna make 3 parks.
Well, they still have a ton of acres.
Yeah, they still have a whole bunch of unused land.
Which is...
ridiculous. So much.
No, it's a good thing.
Yeah, because
For that?
you cross the border into Disney World, and you're literally surrounded by Disney.
It's crazy that Walt Disney just decided to get on an airplane and fly over Central Florida and go, this, all of it, mine.
Well, it didn't cost anything back then.
Yeah, back
It
then
cost
was like-
very little. It was swampland. He was very smart to do that
Yes,
as a
he was.
businessman.
He's a great businessman. I think this should be a closing question. What ride do you feel should be removed from the Disney experience?
Stitch.
Oh, that's actually
That's a really good question answer.
And you know what? I love the alien experience. I didn't love it. I was terrified of it,
I was
which
too.
explained that it was a really, really good scary ride.
Yeah.
Maybe, I think it was too
experience.
scary is the thing.
It was.
It
I mean,
was.
a person literally gets eaten. I mean, spoilers. No one's riding.
For what?
anymore.
The
Yeah, I
ride
know,
doesn't
so-
exist anymore.
Yeah.
But someone gets eaten in the middle of that ride. Like,
But somebody had a heart attack because they were so scared. That's why they changed it.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Isn't that why
They closed it down. They
created the
remodeled it.
green part of Mission Space? Mission.
No, I don't think it was a
not
heart
the green
problem.
part, the non-spinning part.
Yeah, I don't think that was like a heart problem thing. It was like something else.
Some kid had some brain.
I think no, someone died. Yeah, there was a kid or someone that died on it. Unfortunately.
I think the ride
But,
they should remove is one they haven't even opened yet. Is the Frozen section in Epcot.
Okay, now we're going.
That's
into,
a whole other-
personal.
That's a whole
Like,
other.
anger.
Me and Christy don't really
Let me
like
keep
Frozen.
thinking.
Like we think Frozen is over.
You know what? We're gonna bring this up right now. Is Let It Go a good song or not?
No,
Yes.
we're both musicians. We say no.
We are.
I am a
musicians.
part of the
I'm not
American
a
public.
He is
And
not a musician.
It doesn't matter if I'm a musician or not. The Academy agreed, the Grammys agreed, the world consensus agreed that that's probably one of the best Disney songs in the past 10 years.
The world in consensus has agreed on a lot of really bad things like slavery. So I don't trust the world consensus.
Oh my god. Okay.
I trust
okay.
the fact that it musically is underproduced. It's rushed. It doesn't sound good. Idina Menzel, for all her talent, sounds bad. She does not sound good.
It sounds good. They've made parodies of this song. It's the.
Doesn't sound good. I don't care.
Doesn't sound good.
I don't care. It doesn't
Okay,
sound good.
let's do
It's
this.
catchy.
What would
but
you
it
rather
doesn't sound
listen to for an hour straight? Because these are two songs in the similar thread of what we're talking about. What would you rather listen to for an hour straight? My Heart Will Go On, Celine Dion, or Let It Go at the
My
End?
heart will go on.
I
'Cause at least-
despise My
At
Heart
least
Will
it
Go On.
was brilliantly produced because
It was.
The thing
Don't
is,
get me wrong. It
the
was.
thing is-
Both of them are.
look, this is the thing. Adina,
What thing is that?
Excuse me. Hold on.
Aw.
Hello.
Taking girlfriend calls.
Hey, babe. What's up? Yeah, I'm at my brother's. We're doing a video now.
It's girlfriend. Ironically, California.
Huh? Yeah, because we're in the middle of the video. It's recording. I'll call you right after. I love you.
She loves him.
Bye.
He loves her. Excuse me.
There's love.
So
The way that it sounds like the audio from her voice is the audio from the booth.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like that's just the plain singing and all of it. And now in the setting of where that singing takes place, it's at the top of a fucking mountain. It's not supposed to sound like a fucking audio booth. Okay?
Guys.
Like it's her pure voice, which is fine, but the thing is you need the voice to reverberate because you're at the top of a fucking mountain.
okay, this is my qualm with this.
You want to know what her voice sounded like? You take this, you put it right up against your face. And that's what her voice sounds like.
She was
Okay,
a little closer.
I will tell you this. I think you guys are now looking back at history, and for example, a key witness or a key piece of evidence to this, "Let It Go" is a way better song than you two are arguing against.
Look, okay. This is where I'll disagree with her. I think it's a good song. I just think it's underproduced. And from Disney,
I agree.
like that's
Okay,
like it's disappointing.
Let me give you my key piece of evidence. "Paint with All the Colors of the Wind," freaking Pocahontas.
I think that's a
It
beautiful
sounds
song.
so underproduced.
What?
That's a song that sounds super
No,
underproduced.
it doesn't.
I'm
Yes,
gonna have
it
to
does.
listen to that and come back to
No,
it.
it doesn't.
It does.
I listened to it recently, it does
Christy,
not.
you gotta listen to that.
Oh.
And yeah, I know. I'm trying
Nice.
to be. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, it's
Alright,
not.
so
it's
I'm
not
not.
wrong.
So I'm not. So we're not.
I have to try to be professional a little bit.
No, it's so all the ladies can think that you're single.
They're together.
I'm gonna cut this out. The whole thing.
Thank you.
No,
So,
it's okay. It's good.
What was my argument?
They think you guys are cute.
I think there are better produced Disney songs. Like I feel like the Little Mermaid soundtrack in general is beyond of its time. I feel.
Okay.
But
Look, Disney produces music on a daily fucking basis. How they can fuck up on a song that's going into a most likely billion-dollar movie.
they didn't know how good that movie was gonna do.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The movie had
Look
the
at
same
Tangled.
caliber
Look
of
at
Tangled. It had the same caliber as Tangled. Like it was aimed at the same audience. Tangled did alright. Like it wasn't that great. But the thing is that it wasn't like nobody really cared about that.
Did you know that?
Tangled already has a story. This has already been established. That story has already been established. Frozen is something completely new.
I understand your arguments are interesting, and they do. I see where they corroborate, and I see where your evidence lies. But the fact that not only general public, but the professionals, the professional musicians across the world,
Dude,
again, the Grammys and the Oscars, guys.
Okay, let's
gave
just
like,
put this into
awards.
perspective here. Disney.
I'm not saying it's the best Disney
who's
song.
producing all of the Marvel movies
Yes.
and has made billions, maybe
Yes.
trillions of dollars off of those. Who's producing the Star
It's
Wars
really hard to
movies?
make trillions of dollars.
Who's producing the Star Wars movies? Who's probably going to make billions of dollars as well,
Yes.
and probably makes $1 billion a day in just park stuff.
No, that's a lot, Alex. $1 billion is a lot.
They have 4
Think about
parks.
how much money you spend when you're in Disney.
They have 4 parks. No, 6 parks. 2 in California
Oh, Tokyo.
And
Tokyo
Tokyo.
Party.
Europe.
and Europe.
Don't they have
So-
one in
Yeah.
China?
Okay. Well,
I think
over there in Tokyo,
Yeah, Tokyo.
you know, they use a different currency.
They're opening
in
one
Europe,
in China, I think.
and there you go. Dude, they're all over the fucking world. Fact of the matter is that they probably make billions of dollars everywhere. Everybody you just said can be paid off, except for the general public. To say that.
But even the general public agrees that that song is great. I guarantee you, if you look at any rating system for songs,
Not the general public, it's the 5-year-olds of the general public.
Yeah.
They're not very
look,
discerning.
unfortunately, we're all gonna have to get over the fact that
Anybody with trained ears
the people
probably does not like that song.
that when we get older, when we hit our 40s, that people are gonna look back fondly on Frozen and Let It Go. We're gonna just have to, ironically,
That's
let it go.
okay. I don't have to like it.
True, but I'm just saying.
It's just
There were-
the thing is the movie is done great. That the other song, Do You Want to Build a Snowman?
it is a great song. It's actually, I feel personally, it's a
Great.
better song.
It's just the thing is, it's that song ruins the movie for me. Not the Snowman one. Let It Go. That song ruins.
That
the
is
movie
crazy. That it just ruined the
didn't-
movie for you.
It didn't ruin the movie for me because the movie ruined the movie for
Like
me.
the only time I can think of,
There's just so many plot points that just no.
but
and
like
no.
okay, the only time I can think of like music ruining a movie for me, definitely Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2 was really bad with the dubstep.
It was fitting though.
I thought it was
And
fine.
it was really bad.
Okay, look.
It fit because he was the electricity. I get it.
Yeah.
Dude, even when you're just listening to pure electricity, static electricity, you sound like you're listening to fucking dubstep. Okay?
Are we allowed to say fuck on YouTube?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, we can beep it out.
Okay.
It's just the people.
You can't beep it. I don't know how the technology. I don't have that technology, guys.
You can just cut the audio.
If you want to buy us a Mac so we can properly edit this video,
That'd be great.
We'd be
appreciate
super
it.
appreciative of
And
said
Photoshop. I mean, Final Cut Pro. That'd be great. Really want Final Cut Pro. I agree with that. I probably want Final Cut Pro more than Mac, which makes no sense.
Donate to our fund.
Please, Cosplayfame.
Frozen is a decent movie.
Yes.
The song kills it for me.
Yes.
Because the thing is, when she hits that high note, you can hear everything. And like, you don't have a trained ear, but we do. We listen for everything. We listen to the song in its entirety.
So cursed.
You know, once you become a musician and you start listening to small, fine details, it sucks.
Okay,
It's-
I think we've bashed enough on Frozen. Let it go.
You want another example?
Go.
Muse. I love Muse, but dear God, that singer loves to in between his stanzas.
Oh, Muse the band.
Dear Lord. I love that band.
They're
I've
good.
seen them live. They are
really
fantastic.
good.
You
Fantastic.
should get away from the mic.
But he just gasps for air after every line. And it's I hear
Chocolate
it.
rain.
Yes, I'm serious. Yes.
What was I gonna say? Okay, on the inverse of that topic, what is the best Disney song?
Best Disney song.
I have a few personal favorites.
I have grown to love recently Just Around the River Bend from Pocahontas.
Just Around the River Bend is pretty good.
I love singing it, so therefore I love listening to it. I think it's like the words, it's just such a kind of like a hopeful, like growing up song.
I wish Pocahontas was way better a movie than it actually was.
It was a great movie.
I thought it was
Every time.
was
great.
alright.
It just wasn't.
I mean, back then,
As
it's because
greatly
back then all they did
received.
was cartoons.
I feel bad that
Yeah,
the
so-
two most disrespected Disney movies, like Disney princess movies, are the two I probably like the most, which is probably Pocahontas and Mulan. Mulan's good.
No, but
I'll Make a Man Out of You is a really good song.
Mulan is Mulan has her character signings in China or Japan or in Epcot.
Can I tell? Okay, what's your favorite Disney song? I'm sorry.
I don't even know, dude. No, I'll say You Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story.
Aw.
Randy Newman, you really gonna go with
What?
that?
That's a good song.
It's a good song,
It's
but
a
the
good
thing is,
song.
but the thing is, I
But people
never,
generally don't like him.
back,
That's the thing.
yeah. I mean, he sings like shit. He really
Okay, can
does.
we not put down Randy freaking Newman on a?
You got a friend in me.
I like it.
But it's cute. It has like a whimsical like
The thing is that I
Style.
like how
beat.
No. I like the words and I like the beat. Like I you know what? In general, I love how Pixar uses jazz or jazz sounding music
Yes.
for their cartoons.
Incredibles has a really good soundtrack.
That's true.
I like Wall-E, but I like Wall-E because Peter Gabriel
You know,
and
like,
John Legend work, which is amazing. Mine, I feel like I talk a lot, but my personal favorite Disney song, and I think it's actually the most underrated Disney song. I feel like it is the best Disney song, no question, because it just ascends and is glorious and is everything optimistic about Disney. And ironically, not sang by a woman at all, is Hercules, and it is.
Yeah, that's a good song.
I will go the distance. That is such a beautiful, great song that it's kind of sad that it did not come from a female character in a sense for Disney because it would embolden a female character.
why does it have to be from a female character?
Well, because you want like an even stance. You want strong female characters. And
I think
Well,
that's more a thing
I mean,
now.
if you
like
really think
feminism.
about it, look how many female characters that have the spotlight in Disney.
Yeah,
well,
but they
there's a
always
difference between
portray.
having a spotlight.
I mean, like the
And
Disney
being
princess.
Be
a
portrayed like a strong
strong-
character, like Brave, for example,
Okay, but you have
Mulan,
Brave, Mulan.
and that's really it.
Frozen.
Frozen.
Tangled.
Yeah, Frozen. Tangled, yeah.
It's the recent ones because they've gone less toward the damsel in distress and more
Yes.
towards I can take care of myself.
Yeah.
Would you take care of yourself next to me taking care of myself? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, what about
Even
Snow
though
White?
in Hercules, a girl is pretty self-reliant, some aspects, you know.
She's like a slave to Hades.
Yeah. She's
No, I
like,
don't think so.
You know what I want to see? Completely off topic. Titan 82. I would love to see that.
I would love to see Titan 82 too, but that'll never happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
First of all, Titan 8 ended up.
Iron Giant 2.
No. One and that's enough.
I want to see that.
There's some movies that should just be one and done.
There's a lot of movies.
But
that
the thing
should
is,
be one and
Iron Giant ended.
Like for example,
Iron Giant ended on a cliffhanger.
no, Iron Giant ended where it needed to end, and that's what it should stay as.
What is he up to now?
It doesn't matter.
I've been wondering since
Leave
I was
him
a kid.
alone. Leave Iron Giant alone. Okay? I'm trying to think
Superman.
of other Superman
Superman.
movies where I learned to fall in love with Vin Diesel.
I really loved him in Triple X. Like I watched Triple X and I was like,
Is that because
I
of
could
Vin
watch
Diesel
this again,
Prime?
again, and again.
Is it because like he tinkled you?
No, I really liked that movie. It wasn't about him. I'm not into.
You know a
the-
stuntman died in that movie? Sad. The part where he lands on the boat with a jump with a parachute. I don't know if there was a part like that. There's
That
a
sounds
scene
like
of
James
film
Bond, but sure.
in Triple X. There's a scene filmed like that, and the guy died
That's sad.
or got seriously injured or something. I think he died. I think I was pretty sure he died.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious should have been one and done.
No.
I just said something that's gonna get me so much flack.
No, because the thing is that okay, 7 shouldn't have been how it was.
I just think
But
that there's.
I think 6 should have ended the series. They're talking about making 8 and 9 already.
Matrix should have been one and done.
Mm-hmm.
Matrix,
I'm
as
actually
much,
glad- I'm
as
actually glad
I
they
actually
agree.
one of the few people that like Revolutions a lot. I actually enjoy Revolutions more than most people do, but
I like Reloaded the best.
I don't like to Reloaded.
Really? It had the best scene in the entire series, the freaking car chase in the highway.
That's a great scene, but that scene does not make up for the rest of that movie.
Dude, the rest of the movie was fine. What are you talking
The
about?
rest of that movie was not fine, Alex.
Really? When he stops all the bullets and shit like that? That wasn't cool to you?
That's Matrix 1.
Yeah, but when he stops all the rest of the bullets? You remember that? Where there's like 10 people in front of him? And then they had that huge fight scene with all the swords?
I'm trying to remember. I just remember a few things from it.
Dude, you don't remember? Come on. He's on the mountain.
Remember?
He's on the mountain.
On the mountain.
Yeah. Mountain! He gets transported to a mountain. Holy shit. You don't even know. So you don't even know what you're talking about.
No, I know what I'm talking
Oh
about.
yeah,
I did not
Matrix
like-
Reloaded didn't work.
I did
It
not
was so
like
great.
Matrix Reloaded. I did not like Matrix Reloaded. Okay, off topic. Is there anything else we want to discuss? Are we done?
I think so.
All right.
I think we're done.
Guys, you know where to find us? Cosplayfame,
At Cosplayfame, Twitter, Instagram,
Tumbles,
Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Facebookies. Send us your cosplay. We want to try and, we post them for free, guys. Advertisement's different, but any of your cosplays, just give us time. Give us a good description of your cosplay, please. It's really hard to figure out some of your cosplays, guys.
And please, no more Harley Quinn.
No,
Yeah,
no, do what you think you like.
I'm just playing. I
There's some really good.
I
You
love
guys are
seeing
doing
some
really
dirty
good.
slutty
Did you guys
shit.
see that female group that girl sent
that
me?
was very
That was
impressive.
amazing. Whoever you
Very
lady
impressive.
are amazing for sending that female group.
Very
I haven't even
impressive.
seen that. I'm gonna go look at it right
It
now.
was
Yeah.
honestly
it was
very
really
impressive.
good. Like, it was such a good Rule 63 to do on a character. I actually like Rule 63 a lot. I like seeing have you seen? They've actually
What? That's sick.
Yeah.
right.
I don't even know what it's made of. Like, how...
It looks like a real fucking wood.
Probably, maybe it is.
You know?
That's awesome.
I remember I saw Rule 63 of the Avengers, so it was all the women and a guy dressed up as Black Widow.
I think I saw that.
It's pretty funny.
But why is it funny? Why isn't it just legit?
No, it's legitimate too, but it's funny a little bit that having a guy, I don't know, like if they were going like full, like the guy wearing like a very low cut, like it'll be funny in that sense. Like I saw a few Rule 63 Princess Leia's slave outfits, which are not, you should never see that. Yeah, it's
Oh
weird.
dear.
Yeah,
You
it's-
can't unsee that.
Can't unsee
I mean,
that.
to each his own.
Holy shit, this scarecrow's sick.
Which one? That one's good, and then there's a Rule 63 scarecrow down there. All right, guys, we're just talking about we're talking about the page. Again, visit us at Cosplayfame on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr. We're probably gonna try and create a website. The more you guys subscribe, the more you guys follow us, the better it is. We're gonna start trying to do more podcasts. Again, this is Christy. That's Alex. My name is Raul. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Bye.